Within LIMINUM, more and more spacers have started to report an encounter with a certain unknown being. It's been said that this creature manifested itself in what normally would be considered public and populated places, such as streets and parks. The travelers explained that during their travels across empty illuminated areas, they've noticed a large wiry lantern-like being that seemed to be about the size of a lamppost. When encountering it, spacers have said that, while docile, it continuously showed spasmodic and jerking movement, with its limbs always changing in thickness and length. Eventually, it became clear that these creatures seemingly attempted to imitate the human skeletal system, but failing to correctly proportion the arms and legs, causing said limbs to become nothing but dangling black wires hanging from the shoulders and torso. However, the most noticeable feature of this being seems to be its head. It represents a large, round lantern emitting a vibrant yellow light, reminiscent of an old sodium vapor lamp. When asked, a spacer managed to draw a rough sketch of what this being is supposed to look like. The spacers that came across this delusion all seem to retain some sort of aversion or disliking towards light. As such, it is believed that this delusion could form through heliophobia or paranoia-induced fear, and is now mostly targeting people with these particular phobias. However, with a minor rule set attached to it. The Candelabrum, as it was called, is reported to be a highly territorial entity that seems to warn those that enter its domain. It does this by rapidly flickering its light as soon as someone approaches it. However, the flickering seemed to diminish and even come to a full stop the moment spacers distance themselves from this creature. This for the most part proves that the flickering could be a clear sign of saying, "This is my territory, back off." However, backing away does not always solve the problem, as a group of 3 men have reported that they also came across this manifestation while traversing an empty street at night covered in mist. They explained that even while heeding the warning, the flickering did not cease. Instead, the creature uttered an ear-splitting scream enough to send the 3 men into a sudden shock before urging them to run away. While running, they noticed that the delusion followed them at an immense speed, constantly focusing on its prey even when traversing on occasional vehicles. Another instance of a spacer encountering this being in an endless empty park has shown that the Candelabrum also seems to possess a few unnatural abilities. Per example, the being is known to emit small amounts of electric shocks when standing up close to the creature. It is believed that this seems to be a form of self-defense mechanism against surprise attacks. Another theory explains that this ability can be used to put its prey into a paralyzing shock when the ability is used actively instead of passively. In conclusion, Candelabrum is a delusion that could mainly manifest through spacers suffering from heliophobia or slight paranoia, but it's also known to further exaggerate these effects. It is a territorial creature that, while mostly neutral, can easily turn incredibly hostile towards other life and can without much effort bring down its located prey.